What would you say is the problem that you're trying to solve?
I think the problem that I'm trying to solve is to make sure that AI is accessible for everyone and making sure that it's not so scary.
Nice, I love that. Can I get some photos of you right over here?
Of course.
Was there ever a time that you felt left out in tech?
Unfortunately, yes. Being a product manager and a leader, sometimes I'm the only woman in the room. And it's hard to be heard. It's hard to get your opinion be evaluated and be considered. And I felt, there's no one there to help me overcome those challenges that I'm feeling. And I feel that is part of the reason we created Women XAI, to provide that safe space for women to overcome those challenges, to feel that somebody has their back, to empathy with their challenges, to provide empathy, and making sure it's not going to happen to anyone anymore.
Yeah, I love that. Let me get some photos of you just right over here. What would you recommend that teams do to make it easier for women to speak up in those tech spaces?
I think make her feel comfortable, right, when she expresses her opinion and her voice. um, Call her name, to ask for that opinion, and don't wait for her to speak by herself. Making sure she's invited to the important meetings, right? To be around that table of the decision making. Um, yeah, and just get women more involved and making sure that their voices are being heard
Yeah.
without them stepping up by themselves.
Yeah, making it more of a proactive action.
Act.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. Let me get some photos of you just right over here. What was the first product you worked on that you were really proud of?
Wow, I have to say, I have so many good products that I worked with, but I would say it would be the product that brought me to Silicon Valley. It was an augmented reality headset device called Meta before Facebook changed their name into Meta. So I was a product manager there for the hardware and the software. And it was like amazing to work there. It was most brilliant people working on cutting edge technology, breaking the boundaries of what's possible. So it was fantastic experience.
Yeah, I love it. I can see your excitement thinking about it. Let me get some photos of you right over here. What's most exciting about what you're working on right now for you?
So for me, what's exciting about what we're doing right now is creating more and more opportunities for our women to get involved in AI. If it's getting them on stage in different events, if it's Women XAI events, or if it's others people's event that we found and partnering with them, or it's even get them really involved in building and creating something in AI, using different tools and playing with it, just getting them more involved in the AI space.
Nice. I love that. Let me get some photos of you right over here. What's been the most challenging part of building an inclusive product from the ground up?
Hmm, that's a great question. I think the most challenging thing is, you have a clean slate. There's no boundaries, right? So when you're coming in and the product is already there, there is some limitation. But when you have everything is open for you, it's really hard to feel like to bring it all back in and to see what do you want to really focus on. And what most important for you to start with, right? What is the main problem we're trying to solve? How should we direct our focus, right? So I think that is the biggest challenge.
I love that. And do you have any strategies for how to force focus for yourself or create some limitations?
Yeah, I think it all comes back to the user and the community, or who is the population you're trying to solve that problem for. Really try to identify and understand their flow, or what are they doing, and really what is the main problem, because even like one user have so many needs, right? But one is the one thing that can drive that change. One is the one matrix you want to move the needle on, right?
Yeah.
Really drill into that. And I would advise also talk to people, talk to your user, get feedback, and really try to zoom in.
I love that. Yeah, let me get some photos of you right over here. What advice would you give to yourself at the beginning of your journey?
Don't give up. Believe in yourself because everything is possible if you just made your mind.
I love that. Were there times where you did think of giving up?
Yeah, I was close to it. I was close to it. I think there's a lot of challenges throughout the way, especially in tech. And I think having the right support system around you is really important. So just surround yourself with people that loves you and believe in you. Um, and don't take no for an answer.
Love it. Let me get some photos of you right over here. What is your definition of good design?
Good design. It can, entail so many things. But I think good design is really a design that can serve the user correct. The way you need to design a product or a thought process that you're trying to bring through is the way that your user will, you know, make benefit and create value from. So, for example, if you know that your users are mostly active or going to use your product at night, right, design it in a way that it will be beneficial for them to use it at night. Or if there's some kind of routine that they have that you can take advantage in your product, do so. So it's really about how the design really bring it purpose to the user themselves.
Nice. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What are some things that you've changed your mind on about design?
I think there is, one of the things that often happens is you focus on a specific group sometime, and then you think about, oh, why didn't I build it like for a broader group, right? Because we're trying to solve a certain problem for a certain type of users, but then you try to expand and then it's create all this kind of noise, or you have to extend your design to something different. So I think it's just challenges that you need to go through and rethink the design once you do it, or keep it open minded as you first start with one user group. Keep some leverage or some space open so you can evolve in the future. Don't build so tight.
I love that. Yeah, being having some flexibility in terms of what you're building. That makes sense. Let me get some photos right over here. What would you say is your deeper why?
I would say that my deeper why is making sure that women will have the spotlight they deserve in the field of AI, and making sure we build them the right platform to connect, learn, and feel comfortable of asking all the things that they want in AI.
Nice. I love that. Let me get some last photos of you right here. Then I think we're good. Get further back.